there's going to be a world where I can have an AI that has all my features and I won't have to shoot the video. I can just say, AI, get on with Nicole. I'm going to go have a smoothie. This is Byron Lazine and Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 285 of The Real Word.
Word is up. So
I'm in Dallas.
you are.
You're in Connecticut.
I can hear it in your voice. You had a
It's
night.
dry.
You
had a drier
night.
air than I'm used to in Naples. No, it's the
No,
air.
you had a
Nicole.
night. You had a night.
This is, Texas. There's a lot of dust getting kicked up.
Dust. I don't know. Aren't you an
a lot of
air conditioned building? I don't really take you for being an outdoorsy guy.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot of hiking lately.
Hiking. That's
just hiking
bullshit.
around Dallas.
Hiking up the
golf course
the stairwell of your hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no stairs. I'm on the 20. There's actually 2 elevators to get to this room. So,
are you in the same hotel as you were last time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You were here last year, right?
I was there last year.
Same exact hotel. Same room, by the way. Same exact room.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have the leaky roof again?
Same room. No, and they've repaired it. So last year there was downpours. This year, a little bit of heat.
Oh, yeah. You remember how terrible that was? There was floods and cars were it was quite the storm last year.
There was some flooding going on.
Yeah.
No rain. They haven't had rain in a while. So a little bit of a different Dallas experience here. Obviously here for the Tom Ferry Summit. And one of Tom's friends just launched a new company. He launches companies, I feel like, on the weekly.
Why not?
This is Spencer Rascoff, the former CEO of Zillow and the co-founder. This company is called heyLibby. It's an AI-powered personal assistant for small business owners. Spencer put a video out on Twitter, now X, formerly Twitter, and he references this company, this tool, to a Linktree. No, I'm sorry, a ChatGPT meets Linktree meets Calendly. Okay. Right. heyLibby, the name comes from link in bio. Get it? Libby, L-I-B.
Right.
B-Y. You got that?
I got it.
You're following there?
I'm following it.
Link, yeah, there we go. All right, so it's just in the beta stage. It's designed by, obviously, Spencer. He's got 2 former Zillow execs with him on the team, the core executive team being Anna Rodriguez and Tony Small. In his video, so these are 2 of the brightest minds he's ever worked with in his years at Zillow. He launched it out of his 75 and Sunny's lab. So they incubated this company within 75 and Sunny's lab. They invest in a lot of companies, but they brought this one to fruition from the ground floor. Personal chatbot tool enables small business owners to grow their customer client base, delivering value upfront and setting up appointments, even when they're busy working. So it's not just for real estate professionals, for any small business owner who wants to engage in with clients. I'll read Spencer's quote, and then I'd like to get your reaction. In a world of small business, whoever responds first to a new client inquiry is usually the winner. True. Study after study has shown that immediate engagement with a prospective client results in exponentially higher rates of qualified leads. Waiting just 1 hour to respond can easily result in a lead going cold. heyLibby ensures that anyone, regardless of their schedule, can meaningfully respond to potential customers who discover them on social media or their website. And so if you want to have this fast, reaction to leads in your DMs, with heyLibby, you can sign up for free using the beta. There's you've got to refer it out. There's like a little bit of qualification there before it actually is up and running for you. But Nicole, your reaction to Spencer's overall thesis about responding first, whether it's AI or you, is the way to go and is going to increase conversion. What's your take, or are you kind of nervous about the whole AI thing?
No, I'm not nervous about it at all. I mean, over the weekend, my husband and I decided that it was our basement floods. It's a dirt basement. And we decided that it was really time to sort of move forward with waterproofing it. And we had one company come out. So we already had a price, but we wanted to get other prices I called 3 places, it all went to voicemails, so no live
Mm,
person was actually answering, and by the time
painful.
by the time one person got back to me, I had already decided, screw it. Someone's answering the phone at the place that I got the original quote, and they were highly responsive, that I had already booked them and decided to go with them without even getting another quote. So, I do think that
Just
there
because it made your life easier
it
is
so
essentially
much
what you're
it was
saying.
yes, I knew that they were reliable, I knew that they were gonna come, they were answering, there was somebody answering, like, they had somebody in that department answering my call, it was way easier. I just by the time they called back, it was like I had already sort of, like, checked the box, like, I had already moved on to, like, my next sort of line item of the day, so I think that's huge if I was able to go on a chat bot and just and book something, or if they were asking me the questions that again, yes, I think it's great. I think especially for, and I'm just putting it on the real estate side, there's so many sort of qualifying questions that some agents don't even feel comfortable asking. So I think that this could actually be a way for the chatbot to kind of ask it, and to remove the responsibility kind of from the agent, like where they people get a little iffy about, like, hey, are you pre-qualified, or any of that stuff. So I think that this is a really great neutral ground that those questions can be asked and answered, and then obviously the appointment is scheduled. So I think it's great. I think people are looking for
You could do it in
convenience. I don't think people I don't think everybody, I can't say everybody, but I think a majority of people now, especially sort of the younger generations, don't really necessarily even need or want to talk to anybody. Like, we're in such a huge texting and emailing era that I think that this sort of eliminates having to talk to anybody. And again, just convenience, quick, like it's easy and quick. So,
the pre-qualifying question you could do in a survey format too,
right,
through the chat bot where it's like, you know, are you currently working with a lender? Have you spoken to a lender? You could ask a series of
right.
questions that is a little
And
bit more
I
engaging
would
than
answer
are you pre-qualified?
those, right, and I would answer those in order to
Yeah.
make an appointment where, like,
You've made it easy to like give
yes.
them the options to choose from.
Right, and instead of someone, like, now I'm on the phone and they're trying to make small talk with me, and sometimes there's, like, a shtick. I mean, yes, I mean, I'm going back to the basement thing, because even the guy that came to my house, I'm like, "I'm in sales too, like, I don't need the shticks, like, let's just, like, you're here for a purpose, like, what do we need to do?" So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, there's a nowbam.com article on this
yeah,
and a link to HeyLibby. It's heylibby.ai. We're explaining on BAM. It's easy to set up. This is not a sponsored post, by the way. Just I thought it was interesting to cover this. People have been fearful of Spencer Rascoff for years with what they've done at Zillow, trying to put the agent out of the business. All of these, fearful thoughts that agents have had specifically about Spencer
yeah,
and Zillow. And then this is another company that replaces the job of the small business owner or the real estate agent when you put it into our industry. And you will have some agents like, well, I need to talk to my customer. I need to get back to them. This, once it's set up in your social media profile, your website, or your email,
yeah.
and a customer clicks the link, it immediately will answer the question
But
and
you
they'll
could
receive instant
but you
information about your business.
still be
So
in touch with them. Like, now you
it doesn't,
have something to
yeah,
chew on. Like, "Hey, so I hear you're looking to buy in 3 months. Like, that's great, and you're not pre-qualified. Here's a guy that I recommend. Like, really excited to meet you tomorrow at 2 o'clock." Like, you can still very much have the conversation. You just now have more to chew on.
yeah, it doesn't, replace the value of you going on the meeting. It's not walking into
Right.
that door and going on to the meeting. And once that chat is over with Hey Libby, you get a notification on your end, whether text or email or both, whatever you want, with a transcription of the entire conversation. You'd obviously would get notified. It would go right into your Calendly,
Right.
excuse me, for the appointment as well. So, I think this is going to be this is just the tip of the iceberg. So if you're fearful about something like this, which, I think if you're listening to the Real World Pod, you're not, you're probably like, wow, I want to go maybe check this out and embrace it.
Yeah.
For
Well, it's
those that are
yeah.
fearful of something like this is just the tip of what's coming.
Yeah.
You will have AI engaging when you go under contract with your client, bringing up the contract for them, preparing the contract, having the client sign the contract for you. This is all 1000% coming. The forms in real estate are not that complicated. They're all fill in the blank. We have agents, you know, and you probably do in your market. Let us know in the comments. There are agents that are like, I won't accept, you know, listing agents because they've got all the power right now. I won't accept an offer if it's not on my favorite board form. You know, might be like 2 or 3 different board forms.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous. None of these contracts even mean anything. They're fill in the blank. You know, a kindergarten grade level person can actually figure some of these contracts out in terms of filling in the blank, not of course what they mean,
Right.
but just like where the blanks are to fill in. And AI is pretty sophisticated, and it's just every day getting exponentially faster and better. Yeah. AI is going to be writing contracts for you. I mean, there's just no question about that.
I think if anything, this new chat bot will potentially eliminate if a company has an internal sales department. I mean, that's really, you know, some teams, some individuals, some big companies already have call centers. I mean, you're in some instances, you're already not talking directly to your consumer the first time or getting back to them. So if anything, I feel like it's
ISAs
eliminating that
should
role.
be using this. Yeah. ISA should be using this immediately.
For sure.
And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of opportunities are lost when you don't have a response. You know, I think, Bobby, you said even that it's like, I want to get that instant feedback back and forth,
Well,
right? And so like I may actually enjoy talking to AI
'cause
better.
If you've opened your computer, right, and like you've gone on the site, 9 times out of 10, I am actually engaging with the bot that's already on their website because I know that I'll get a quicker response than if I pick up the phone, you know, at like Home Depot and I've hit 2 and then I'm hitting 6 and I'm hitting 8 and then it's looping me around again. Where the chat,
if you fly Delta,
yeah,
the experience between calling Delta and using their text is much different.
yeah.
And so it's so much easier on text. You just say, hey, this is my flight. I want to change into this. Can you look into that?
Yeah.
You can go off and do something else. Look at your tech. Here are your options. Would you rather do A or B? And it just makes it
much
so
better.
easy.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's essentially what
All
this
right.
is going to be doing. So I think it's brilliant.
And so, Nicole, when you think about the world we're entering, where there's going to be a lot of, listen, I'm on the golf course with TF yesterday, and he says, there's going to be, Bobby, this will blow your mind too. We've got Bobby, the producer, sitting right here to my left. That's why I'm mentioning him as well. There's going to be a world, this already exists, it's just not ready for commercial use, where I can have a AI that kind of has all my features, and I won't have to shoot the video. I can just say, AI, get on with Nicole. I'm gonna go have a smoothie and do the Real Word Pod.
And it'll sound like him too.
Imagine that world.
I mean, because TF has a very specific voice. I want to hear his voice. It's his voice too.
Imagine this world when agents can shoot videos without having to shoot the videos.
Maybe videos would then start happening.
Now, maybe more videos would happen. Now, I don't love that part of it. But here, it's going to replace a lot of things that agents are doing right now. Small business owners as a whole. Can it reduce the need for how many agents might be out there? Certainly could.
Yeah.
And so the ones that are going to continue to grow their business that are going to be left are going to be the ones that are really diving deep onto brand right now.
Yeah.
And this is just like Mark Davis and 1000 Watt would argue, like, this is what he's always been preaching, like, just keep building the heck out of, you know, brand. He doesn't believe in personal brand, but overall brand. And it'll become more significant. Like the consumers that are going to reach out to AI to book appointments, it's going to be with those most known names,
right,
that are top of mind because of the brand they've built in the community. So.
Right.
All right.
I love it.
heyLibby, Nicole, we need to get that up and running immediately.
I like that.
Yeah. Tell Ben to sign up.
Let's go, Ben.
Is he downstairs?
He is downstairs.
Over there in the Connecticut office?
He's down there. We'll get him on
Ben's
it.
our ISA. We're going to have him set up.
heyLibby.
I may test it. Yeah, Libby. heyLibby.ai. I may test it in I'm bad about responding to DMs. Okay.
Texts,
So I could have an
phone
auto response on
calls,
my DM.
emails. I mean, what else? I mean,
Okay. All right. I could have an auto response in my DM that goes and gives the link to heyLibby to communicate on heyLibby. So I may do that. I may test that. Now, I'm really good, Nicole, with my calendar.
Yeah, you're great with your calendar.
Am I not?
You're great with that. Yes.
I am pretty bad with text and DM. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
But I'm great with my calendar. So what if people DMing me had the option to book 5 minutes on my calendar?
Oh my gosh,
I would be fully accountable and committed to that.
Love that. Remember that one place? Remember
and I would do it.
Remember that link that got sent out to, I don't know who got access to it, but then all of a sudden you had all these appointments on your calendar. Remember it wasn't here. It was like in Vegas. Remember?
Oh, there was no. So I'll tell you what happened. I sent my Calendly.
Oh my God, you were loving life that week.
I sent my Calendly to somebody. It was one of the boards, and I'm like, let's chat, bam, or whatever. That person took it as, I'm going to send your Calendly to all my board members.
Everybody.
For like thinking I was offering one-on-ones for all the BAM,
and then all
for all
the
board members.
Your calendar started filling.
I'm like, what are all these meetings just popping up? Where are these people coming from? And then I had to start researching the people that I noticed are all from the same area. I'm like, that person on that
amazing.
association.
Yeah. So maybe
they didn't realize that I wanted a meeting with them.
So maybe don't throw your Calendly on your heyLibby quite yet.
I feel like heyLibby might know how to articulate. Maybe I wrote a quick email and it was confusing, and heyLibby might write a more beautiful email to get the point across. But
that was funny.
There you go, Nicole.
We're in it.
I'll be with you next week on the Real World Pod. I will. I'll be with you next week live on the Real World Pod.
I like it. There's room here for you
in studio in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So hit subscribe if you're enjoying the pod, and we'll see you next week. Until then, keep it real.
See you guys.